Okay, so this isn't just another guru method of changing your life. This is what I'll actually use myself because I'm having a terrible December. I'm having the worst December of my life, the worst month of this year, because the girl that I genuinely loved just randomly left me at the start of the month, and then the business that I pour my soul into just randomly slowed down, and I started feeling terrible and unfulfilled with my life because the two most important things for me sort of just poofed, just disappeared. And so I fell in a rut in the last few days, and to be honest, I just haven't been very productive. So here's how I plan to make January a life-changing month for myself, and not like December. So hold me accountable for the next 10 minutes as I try to be disciplined with my day finally. And in return, I'll give you the 5 steps that I'm taking right now to change my life for the better. The first step I'm going to take is to change my mindset, because I've already done this, by the way. The first step that I took is that I changed my mindset, because what happened to me is life hit me so hard. Life hit me really hard, and for like 2 to 3 weeks I was kind of doing fine. I was holding on, I was just pushing myself, and then the negative thoughts just started getting more and more intense. The mindset was becoming more and more toxic, and I mentally collapsed, and this led me to fall in my rut. So life hit me really hard this month, this December. I'm definitely not having a good end to this year. You know, I felt very depressed when I fell in my rut, and that's what caused my mental collapse, and the toxic thoughts and the negative thoughts just got out of control. And so what I decided to do is fix that, obviously, because if you don't change yourself, if you don't fix your mindset, you actually can't do anything. You can't do anything. If you had the same mindset that you had last year and that led you to having this life right now, if you don't fix this mindset again and change your actions, then you can't do anything. So you need to first fix your mindset before you can fix anything else in your life. You need to first fix yourself. So the way I did this is I basically started going on a walk, and I got out my phone and I just wrote down all the negative things, like all the negative stuff I was feeling, everything that was really bothering me. And basically I came up with positive mentalities and solutions to the problems. So I came up with a new positive mentality for each negative thing and a solution to why I'm feeling this way and what can I do to never feel this way ever again. And having these sort of thoughts fixed and just changing my mindset in this way helped me just feel better. And now that I feel better, and I literally did this like 2 days ago, so I'm literally back pretty much immediately out of my rut, and I feel good right now. I feel decent, you know, even though this is the 3rd take of the video, because the previous 2 times I didn't press record. I still don't feel too pissed off. I feel good about recording this. So yeah, the action step I'm giving you here is that you need to, whatever was happening in your life, whatever causes you to feel negative, because I know who's watching this video, you're an ambitious guy, but you're insecure. You have these negative feelings like you can't do the work because of them. You just keep collapsing and keep going back to old habits. Okay, I get you. Figure out the negative emotion you're feeling and journal about it. And I'm gonna say this over and over again in my videos, because the origin of procrastination and the reason you ruin your life beforehand is because you just don't know this. You don't know how to deal with your negative emotions. So figure it out. I'm giving you the chance right now. Write them. Write the negative emotions that led you to just doing the bad habits that made you feel like you need to change your life, and then prove them wrong. Use logical reasoning, logical arguments to prove the negative thoughts wrong, and create solutions in your life to never let that happen again. And if you want to change your mindset genuinely, you want to do this and you're serious about this, you can join the community below. It's full of people who actually are ambitious, goal-oriented. I know you don't meet these people in real life. You can meet them in the community, and you basically get a bunch of positive mindsets which you can implement in your life and actually stop procrastinating. Now, step number 2, which I took, is I set the one goal. See, what I did initially was the old thing of like, I opened my journal and I just wrote all my goals down. And these included get 5 to 10K per month with my business, lean bulk to 85 kilos. Right now I'm 78, 79. Get in a relationship with a woman who genuinely cares and loves you. And also, I forgot the last goal. It's out of my... Oh yeah, build discipline. So you never procrastinate again and you actually are, build better discipline. That was the goal. So I can actually follow my system and my schedule is perfect. And basically what I realized is that, hey, this is the worst way to achieve any goal. Because if you spend your energy on 4, 5, 6, 10 different goals and you're trying to achieve them all at once simultaneously, you end up progressing in nothing. So what I realized is that while I can maintain the development of my life in each area, if I really wanted to make progress, I need to focus on one area of life aggressively. And so I took my journal with all my goals and I just removed all of them. Like I scribbled all of them and I just left the one goal that will change my life. And this is $5,000 to $10,000 per month with business. If I get that, all the other goals will be easy, to be honest. So that's what I needed to do. That's what I know I need to do for the coming year. I need to achieve this one goal. And so I know a lot of you people watching this, I know right now, you watching this right now, yes, you have ADHD and you have 50 fucking goals and you're trying to pursue them all at once. It's not gonna happen. Sorry for being so aggressive, but it's just a problem I see all the time. You can have many goals, my bro. That's not the problem. You can have many goals, you can want to develop each area of your life. But when it comes to actually making progress, you need to focus on one goal for an extended period of time, use all your energy, your creative powers towards that goal, solve the problems, develop the skills, and then get that goal. You can't do that for more than one goal at a time. So pick one life-changing goal, and I cannot underestimate the step. One life-changing goal, not 5, not 2, 1. Because if you pick 2 goals, your chances of success become from 100% to 50% on 2 goals. No, you pick one life-changing goal, you pursue it with full force in January, February, however long it takes, and you achieve it. And then you set the next goal. But only after achieving the previous goal. Okay? And so my life-changing goal is the business. And that's what I'm gonna focus on. And this does not mean I'm gonna ignore every other goal. It just means that all my efforts and all my decisions and everything will be mainly geared towards that one first goal, while trying to not ruin, obviously, the rest of my life. So step number 3 is to set realistic inputs or actions or habits or tasks that you need to do. See, the first thing I got when I was procrastinating, when I was creating this plan of how I'm gonna change my life in January, how January is gonna be better, is I got the thought of I should work 14 hours a day now to make up for all the lost time and to actually really push myself to the bone, push myself to the max, and that's exactly what I was thinking. This is idiotic. Be realistic with me right now for a second. Do you really think that a human being can put in so many hours per work every day? Do you really think when before you could not reach your hours of work that you can actually make up for it in the future? No, you can't. You're making the problem even worse. You couldn't meet this. Now you're trying to make it up with this, but you're actually here. What are you doing? And that's what I said to myself. I was in a rut. I could not put in 2 hours of work. I was just feeling terrible. Why am I thinking about 14 hours? This is stupid. So be realistic with what you can do. And so when you set your actual work, how much work you're supposed to be doing with the goal, you're not ignoring the other areas of your life, but you're also not putting in so much crazy work that you end up not resting and burning out quickly. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You've probably heard that before, but in life, pursuing your goals, you're running a marathon. You need to pace yourself. You can't go all out at the beginning and then burn out. And that's what most people do. You're sitting in a room right now. You're feeling motivated. Oh, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to watch this video. I'm going to implement the steps. I'm going to change my life. And then you fucking work for 10 hours for 2 days, and then it ends up too difficult, and then you're back in the same cycle. No, do something realistic which you can sustain. So the action step for you right now is set 2 to 3 work tasks. So whatever your goal is, let's say your goal is fitness, the work tasks are sleeping properly, eating, and exercising. These are your 3 most important tasks. And then you set a realistic weekly standard of what you're supposed to do in terms of how many hours. Now, fitness is not a good example of this goal, but let's say you have a business. For me, the 3 tasks are content creation, working with people like in my community, and then learning about my goals. Like, for example, right now I'm learning about communication, speaking better on camera. So these are the 3 tasks that will get me closer to my goal, the 3 most important tasks, and I'm just gonna keep doing them. And I'm gonna do them for 65 hours per week. And this is realistic for me. For most people, it's not. Probably you need to do a little bit less, especially if it's like cognitive mental work like the one I'm doing. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. And I'm not gonna push myself to work 14 hours because it's stupid, because I'm not gonna do anything. So step number 4 is to do something, anything. Because see, I tried to fulfill my schedule. So before I fell in the rut, or while I was falling in the rut, every day I would wake up for like 3 or 4 days and I would tell myself, hey, I just have to do my schedule today. But I would feel so overwhelmed, so tired, so emotionally drained that I wouldn't do anything. And so I would just sort of collapse, binge watch YouTube, spend time with my family, just not really working, just doing anything not to work. And I tried to do this multiple days in a row, but it didn't happen. And so what I didn't remember was that I was in a rut and that I needed to start small. So on like the Saturday, so 2 days ago, I'm 6th day into the rut, and I tell myself, hey, okay, I can't do the work. Clearly I can't do the work and wake up and do the work. So what can I do today? I've wasted half the day. What can I do today? Like, what can I do? And I told myself that I can definitely close my laptop and stop watching YouTube because I'm not even enjoying it. And I can definitely go on a walk and clear my head and just think of solutions about the problems. I can definitely do that. And so I went outside and I started changing my mindset, figuring out solutions, and basically this whole video was born out of this. So what I try to tell you and teach you is that when you're trying to get out of a rut or a lazy period of your life where you've just not been putting in enough work, do something that you can and that you can sustain. And then from that, you build up, because action comes before motivation. So you first have to do something, and then from doing that thing, you actually get more motivated to do more things. But you have to start with a small thing because you're starting off from a position of no motivation. So you've been scrolling and frying your brain for hours on end in the last few days. You have to do something small to fix yourself. And that's the 4th step I did. I did something, which is go on a walk and think. And that was enough for me to actually get out of my rut, give me the motivation. And the 5th step is to stay consistent. And this is what I'm gonna do in the month of January. See, what I learned about success in life from my limited experience is that it doesn't take 1 month to succeed. It takes much longer, much fucking longer. So my goal with my business was to make my first client. That was my goal. I thought it would take me 1 month. It took me 1 year. Because you know what? Everything is much more difficult than you think, and you have to put in a lot of work. And at the start, when you're putting in the work, it's very hard because you're not getting results. You're not getting results because you're still developing skills and you're pretty much just failing. It's just learning, right? That's how you learn, by failing, especially when you're outside of school. You actually have to fail, right? To do something in life. So in business, it took me 1 year to succeed, not 1 month. And so it'll take you 1 year to achieve your big goal, not January. You will not change your life in January. I'm not one of these BS gurus that's gonna lie to you and tell you sweet little lies and make you feel good about yourself. You're not gonna change your life in January. you've been fucking up your life the last year, you're not gonna change it in January. But what you can change in January, you can change yourself, you can change your habits. When you change these two things and you keep going consistently for the whole year, you'll change your life in 2025. But it's gonna take a while and it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna suck. So what you need to adopt is the long-term delayed gratification mindset, which means that instead of looking at things in months and weeks and days, you start looking at years. And you start thinking, how can I get successful in the next 5 to 10 years? Not how can I be successful in the next month? Because it's not gonna happen. You're just gonna get disappointed and then you're gonna give up. So yeah, if you wanna build discipline and become consistent in the pursuit of your goals, if you're genuinely serious about making the best of 2025, I've got a community with mindsets and literally amazing information and literally everything you need, every skill you need for discipline, which is like time management and then setting goals and then learning productivity and then learning how to beat procrastination and then all these skills all in one place in the community. So if you want more content and learn about that, you can join. Thanks for basically holding me accountable today. This is the third take of this video. I swear to God, I better be recording when I turn around. Thanks for watching. Bye.